Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro Dab of the Day. Today is Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, send a like, and I respond to all comments. Let's get started with today's topic because it's a significant one. How many people out there make a mistake? How many people out there have made a lot of mistakes? How many people out there continue to make mistakes? How many people out there have learned from their mistakes? How many people out there try to learn from their mistakes? So what if there are better ways to learn from your mistakes? First of all, the best one you can do, the best way to learn from your mistake is to learn from somebody else's mistake. That's number one key at the point, the tip. Try not to make it. Try to watch the other people do it, and you don't have to do it. But if you do make mistakes, you got to acknowledge your mistakes. In order to learn from them, you have to own up to them. People tend to blame others for their own things they've done and take minimal responsibility. By acknowledging your mistake, it's not a huge ordeal. Just admit it to yourself or others and move on. Some people might fear appearing to be weak. Well, admitting your mistakes does not make you look any worse or lead to a loss of respect from others. Admitting your mistakes actually will help you earn the respect of others, whether it was completely your fault, partially. It's uncomfortable, but if you messed up, you got to make a change, okay? But you got to have compassion to you. You got to be compassionate on this deal. You can't go, you can't go doing horrible things because you've done something that's a mistake. You can't beat yourself up. An accident, a car accident, God forbid, is a mistake. And I got beaten up for them. But you know the way I view them? Are you okay? It was a mistake. That's why they call it an accident. You won't do it again. So you got to have motivation to move past your mistake, because if you can, it's like a diving board, boing, and it's a springboard. It'll move you even further. Think about what I'm saying, okay? So if you have an opportunity and you don't take it because the last time you tried to do it, you made a mistake and failed. Now it's time to say, I learned from my mistake. Get up off the sofa, boing, and go do it and surpass your own goal. You got to ask yourself the hard questions when showing yourself compassion. You've got to reflect on that mistake in order to be productive. You've got to consider things like what went wrong and how do you take steps in the future to do a better job. Maybe even think about the specific lessons you're taking away from your mistake and how you can apply those lessons to other areas of your life. This is all about owning up to it, even if you've got to write it down. You see, you've got to clarify your mistake. It's very important. You don't want to fix something if you've misunderstood what you need to fix. Oh, I thought it was a kidney. Nope, it was an ear. You've got to identify the problem, understand the problem, and then you can fix it. And you know what that involves? Often it involves changing, shifting a mindset. It doesn't mean Senior Stoner turns into somebody else. It means I look at things in a different perspective. So when you move away from thinking about improving on what you did, simply to now thinking about a broader view, whether it's going to improve or not, you're going to see a lot more stuff. So you're going to go like this. You're going to open up more. All right. And to do that, you're going to put your mistakes in a larger view. What I mean by that is the mistake you made today that cost you $500 today. I'm 64. This is me. I didn't do it, but if I did, $500. Mistake. Oh, my. I'm 64. How much money do you think I've lost over the years? You put it in a small denominator, and you realize that the mistake you made, if you can quantify it, hopefully, isn't that big. So what you've done is you've chalked it down. So your success is simply shifting your perspective on how you see it. You didn't run faster, jump higher, and now you can create a plan because you're not freaked out, okay? And now you can think about improving the future. Well, it's important that you avoid doing the things you did that made the mistake happen. Wonderful. Whatever it is, you know to do it. The plan will help you from making that mistake. And you know what? It's wonderful to review and create that plan for other things. Maybe it can help you in other parts of your life, wherever that mistake happened that you fixed can now be a tool you use elsewhere in your life. Because every plan or every mistake you correct is something you sharpen in your mind and body, and it makes you better. You understand what I'm saying? Stubbing our toe is not a good example of making a mistake. Making a mistake is maybe not taking advantage of an opportunity because of shyness that I possess, or because you don't want to, or because you're thinking dark thoughts, or whatever it would be. Well, you know what? What you gotta set almost is a goal that's difficult to mess up. I'm not kidding. You know what I mean? If you make a mistake, what is the worst thing that can happen? Maybe start in baby consequences, baby steps, when you're starting to move on things, because you're giving yourself a little breathing room now and saying to yourself, you know what? It's okay to make a mistake. I can learn from my mistake. I'll be a better person for every mistake I make. Almost a ladder of life, of mistakes. I'm 64. This is important to learn, everybody out there. Mistake, 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 and I'm still making mistakes. This is what life is. And what we do is we learn from those mistakes to be better. So, guess what we ultimately tie ourselves up with in the bow? Teaching others, helping others. Well, now that you've understood how to fix the mistake, why wouldn't you share with others so they don't make the same mistake? This is why I do this. I try to share with all of you out there the things that have happened to me so they don't happen to you, things I know I've done right that you might want to do, and things I've done wrong that you should never do. So, learning from mistakes, you got to remember you can't change the mistake. It's a mistake. It happened, okay? Only thing you can change is how you respond to it. And it's important to remember that they're inevitable. And life is trial and error. Growth starts as soon as your eyes open as a baby. And what you can think about, as I said, we live this circular life, the cyclical, we go around like a Ferris wheel, come over with hope and opportunity. But we live the ladder of mistakes also. This is what life is. This is the real Senior Stoner, talking the truth. Today, about mistakes and about how they're not life-ending. They're not life-altering. You are in control, not the mistake. The mistake can be corrected. That's why they call it a mistake. Thanks for joining. As always, if you enjoy, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the family. And also don't forget to send a like my way. I like them. And I do respond to all the comments. Mistakes. Wow. What a topic. It's not the topic. The topic, if you remember, is how you take care of those mistakes and profit from them. Don't make the mistake make you. You make the mistake. That's why they call it making a mistake. Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Cheers, everybody.